You are trying to increase the choice for patients, you're making changes to the NHS app. But if you look at what's going on right now in the NHS, we've looked at the stats this week, show there are 3.5 times more people in hospital with flu. We've just heard from Nicola, the new boss of RCN, about how difficult things are right now. How worried are you about the current situation? Are we at the peak of what's going on with flu, for example?
Extremely, and I think we're likely to see the peak of flu sometime in the next week or two. It's still going up, and that is creating a real pressure on the NHS. I think my reflection, and I've spent quite a bit of time over Christmas visiting hospitals in Greater London, the southwest of England, South Yorkshire, the northwest of England, different hospitals in different parts of the country, looking at how they're coping and not coping, and starting to prepare right now, this winter, for next winter, because what we can't have, and where we've got to in the last 14 years, is a situation where winter pressures turn into annual winter crises. And I was honest coming into this winter, you can't just turn 14 years of failure around in 6 months. We did go in this winter without strikes nationally for the first time in 3 years. So you've got doctors on front lines instead of picket lines. We did a big boost on vaccination, including the new RSV vaccine for the first time. The Chancellor unlocked funding during this year, as well as the funding that's coming in through the budget from April. But it is going to take time to turn the NHS around. And that's why, not just in opposition, but in the last 6 months, and the Prime Minister saying more about this tomorrow in relation to waiting lists, we have banged the drum hard for the case that, yes, the NHS needs investment, but it also needs reform. Otherwise, we will not break this cycle of annual winter crises that we've seen come as regularly as the Coca-Cola van and the John Lewis ads.